Why is Spring called an opinionated framework? The word opinionated can sound as if the Spring Boot forces us to build an application in one particular way, but that's not what it means. Spring Boot is called opinionated because it already has some general idea about how common part of an application should be organized and configured. Instead of asking the developer to make every technology related changes from scratch, Spring Boot starts with predefined choices and sensible default for common application scenarios. Let's understand what are those opinions actually look like. Let's take an example of embedded database. S2 is available on the class path. It means that we have added a dependency of S2, but we haven't provided our own data source configuration. In this case, Spring Boot can auto-configure the embedded data source for us. We don't have to provide database host, port, or URL for the basic embedded setup. If we are using an external database such as Postgres or MySQL, in this case we need to provide the application specific connection details because Spring Boot cannot know where your database server is running. The same principle applies to Spring MVC. When the required MVC dependencies are available, Spring Boot provides the common infrastructure that is needed by a web application, such as dispatcher servlet, handler mapping, and HTTP message converters. We can customize them if required. We don't need to configure the standard setup from scratch. Similarly, for MVC application that renders view, Spring Boot provides common view resolution configuration. If we have added a template engine such as ThemeLeaf, the Spring Boot configure the common integration required for it. So now you know what makes Spring Boot opinionated. Let's see how does Spring Boot apply its opinions. This is where starter and auto configuration works together. A starter brings the commonly required dependencies into the project. Those dependencies make relevant classes available on the class path, and the auto configuration evaluates those conditions to decide whether a particular configuration should be applied. So adding a dependency doesn't mean Spring Boot blindly configure everything. The relevant conditions still need to match. This gives us simple flow. We add the dependencies, the required technology become available. Auto configuration evaluates the application condition and suitable defaults are applied. Spring Boot opinions are not forced. If the default configuration works for us, we simply use it. If our requirement is different, we can change the property, provide our own bean, or add custom configuration. In this case, Spring back off and let our configuration take control. I hope this information was useful. Thank you for watching Architect's Diary.